You will have to forgive the lighting because I am filming from my computer and the sun is setting. So, you know, choices were made. I was thinking about music and our shortened attention span. That's not something that I often hear talked about, probably because it's an older issue. So, when we're talking about the shortened attention span, we might think of TikTok and videos and maybe our inability to read books due to social media and things like that, while the habit of attentively sitting down and listening to an album started fading away like a few decades ago with commercial radio, and it just got worse with the internet and all of that stuff. That's what I think. Like, maybe we don't talk that much about it because we have talked about it. It's been going on for a while. But I know that I struggle with that and that I listen to a lot of music and a lot of albums, but I'm usually multitasking. And it's so important. Like, in the same line of books, I feel like there's a richness to get from those albums that you can really access exclusively by getting lost, listening to it, sitting down, laying down, not doing anything else. And I don't know when was the last time that I actually sat through a 40-minute, 1 hour album in this way. But I've found that the EP makes it way easier. If we were to consider the song short form content and the album long form content, the EP sits right there in the middle, and it can help us, like from this consumer point of view, to practice this type of listening because it's doable. You, at least for me, I can sit down for 15 to 20 minutes and fully focus on what is going on and on what I'm listening to. So, this video is essentially 5 quick recommendations of EPs released this year, because there's also this aspect of this type of format, which is it makes it possible for us to meet new artists that maybe wouldn't be able to release an album currently. Small artists, it helps us support them, and that's I've I've fa- I've been falling in love with the concept of the EP, which I don't know, I never paid too much attention to it, and it's been fun. So, all of them released in 2024 in different genres. I have my notes here in this shiny, shiny little notebook. So, let's start. The first one I have written here is Season's End by the group Stranger Than. And it follows a little bit of a late 90s rock model. I'm talking Foo Fighters. It's not innovative in any way, but I found it pretty good at what it did. And it's enjoyable, definitely worth a listen. I don't have that much to say about it, just because didn't didn't make a lot of thoughts pop up pop pop up pop up in my head. I just liked it. I just liked it. Okay. Am I allowed to not think? Thank you. Um, the next one would be Strawberry Girl by Alex Argot. And this one just sits there in the shoegaze spectrum, like a little bit more on this lower side, but mixing a lot of different things. It's 3 songs. It's the shortest one in this list. But at some points it would be heavily Cocteau Twins inspired. But then I would be like, oh, that sounds like slow dive, things like that. Like there would be a little bit of a shift. And there are also some pretty unique elements that just tie it all together. So, just in there, in the shoegaze dream pop spectrum, that's how I visualize it. Shoegaze, as a spectrum with like this slow type and melodic and sad type of stuff on one hand, kind of ethereal, and then let's make the walls crumble, literally. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's how it is in my head. And next, my favorite one in this list, and actually one that inspired me to make this video in the first place, that I've been listening to all day. Okay, started listening to it at work, multitasking, right? And I was like, I need to sit down and actually just take it in. It is so unbelievably cool. It was cool just as background music, and it is amazing with headphones on, locked in. I will tell you I will tell you this. Picture how Elliott Smith would sound like if he made trip hop. And if you can't, go listen to it. That's all. That's all I have to say. The name is Soon We'll All Be Smoking by Clothesline from Hell. I think that's right. It's an odd name, but I think that's right. And it was released like 2-3 days ago. It's so recent, and I will have to thank the Spotify algorithm for this. This is, like, I cannot recommend this more. If you only listen to one out of these 5 that I'm sharing with you right now, let it be this one. And, well, maybe jumping out from Elliott Smith, this is for the indie folk lovers, but that sad, girly indie folk, just pouring your heart out. It sounds to me, I feel like that's the best way that I can describe it, like wind chimes before a bout of summer rain. Very nostalgic, melancholic, and warm. It's called At Least Sometimes by Leah Rando. Very cool stuff. And finally, this was a quick video. We've got to start somewhere. That's such a weird name that I'm questioning whether I wrote it down correctly, but what is written here is Rosemont by Tarnish. Tarnish is okay. I'm confused about Rosemont. This is another one of these where it's not that it's original, so you can't really place it anywhere. It's just that the genre is vague. Like, it has a lot of stuff. So I'm going for like this emo pop punk with him right here, with some like Midwest emo like riffs thrown in there. Surprise! Cool. Sounds cool. It's fun. I can definitely see myself just regularly listening to this. But other than that, I'm not gonna edit this. You're gonna have to deal with me. Or don't. I don't have anything else to say, so that's it. Thank you for watching, if you did.